InterSport is a key solution for brands and networks looking for engaging content. We can basically produce anything from a tweet to a full-length documentary. And we also have the ability within our walls to add in experiential marketing, social media. Some of the challenges that we faced in looking for a solution that brought us to Object Matrix was early on, we have a tremendous amount of clients that their content tends to live on.
Our Nexus storage was always at the just hitting the threshold of like the maximum data I could put on, media I could put on there. And a lot of that was partially because we were very busy in a lot of projects. And another reason was because we have a lot of clients that tend to keep things online longer, go back and update projects, do new things with old media.
We began to have the issue of needing to keep things online longer than anticipated. So when we got into that situation, we were looking for a solution, not only just for a nearline solution to our storage, it's just also an easier accessibility to older content to be able to bring it back online quicker than an LTO system.
Previously, we had a 90 terabyte Nexus storage, which when we did the upgrade and also added Object Matrix on, we bumped that up to 200 terabytes. We were ingesting using NLTech's SATA AI, which we still use, and then archiving both raw and AVID media to the storage DNA.
We've had and have 9 edit rooms. We're an all AVID house, all PC based. And for our storage solution, it's always been AVID of some sort. Early on, it was AVID ISIS, and now we're on an AVID Nexus system. We also, many years ago, implemented an LTO system for our archive solution of projects as well as media. So when we were looking for a solution to kind of bridge that near line in between is what led us to Object Matrix. The ease and flexibility, the integration into AVID, and as well as we do have an interplay system as well. So that integration into the interplay system has been seamless and with no issues whatsoever. What really brought it to us at the time is we were in the process of older storage, smaller storage, and really looking for a solution where we could, so to speak, take media and projects and park them, but still have access to them. And that's really what Object Matrix has done for us. In this day and age, metadata is everything, right?
InterSport's workflow especially, it's extremely important. We have over a petabyte of media, over at least 30,000 clips. Finding those clips, especially going back to year 1985, being able to type in that key metadata and pull them up in a searchable way is huge.
AVID's process of metadata and Object Matrix process of metadata is seamless. We don't have, that ever worry or thought or if we lose something, how do we I hate to say it, it just works, and it works really well.
We moved locations, so that was a big challenge on its own, and Synesys kind of held our hands through our move and then our eventual upgrade. So they kind of introduced us to Object Matrix, and I would say so we've been working with Object Matrix now ever since, and both companies have been really good to us.
Synesys has been a partner with InterSport for the last 9+ years. Prior to that, we had always worked with Mike Keeney at his other endeavors. And Mike has been a tremendous partner to InterSport and to myself. The decision to go with Object Matrix was initially brought to us by Mike and his team because of their knowledge of Object Matrix. And once I was introduced to them, knowing their flexibility of their platform, their ease of implementation. It was really easy to bring on Object Matrix as our solution. Since we have rolled out Matrix Store and Object Matrix, we've seen many benefits. I personally, from our staff here, the editors, as well as our media manager, things have, when looking to restore things or bring things back or move projects off, it's a much smoother transition.
For one event, we had to go back 3 years worth of footage and have producers that were not even Intersport employees at the time go through it. So I brought everything on through InVision and made proxies, and then created them logins, and they were able to go through and make notes and prep the footage for the editor. It saved a huge amount of time.
And it's much easier, takes less time, allows them a little more flexibility from a work at home environment. That has all been a great benefit.
Well, it's been great to park things on Matrix Store rather than taking a precious Nexus storage space. Currently, during the COVID crisis, I've been taking raw footage we get from, freelancers all over the country, parking it on there, and then distributing it to editors at home via, whether it's via hard drive or sending them over the internet. And then I can archive it from there as well.
So with the current state of the world in a more of a, the pandemic state, we have looked at using and implementing Vision in a little bit quicker process than we were initially thinking of. It was a great tool. We always liked it and found its value from day one. However, the use of it was not fully executed at Intersport. And now we're in the process of looking at that and implementing it for a couple of different reasons.
We digitized all of our master tapes to using like an AVID recorder. So we have all these digitized files. Now we're going to put them on Vision. And with the adding with the metadata, so producers at home can search for stuff. Especially now, we're trying to repurpose old content or pitch ideas based on things that we've done before. And now, pretty much any salesperson or producer is able to view that online at home.
To be able to search back and look at old programs, archive programs. Some even, being able to search and look through stock footage that they can reuse and repurpose to, just to improve our workflow in production. And for them to be able to look at that stuff from home or from the office is, a huge advantage.
I see this being the Vision with the master tapes is going to be hugely successful for us. After that, I would like to move our scenic library onto Vision as well. If they're not able to go do scenics in Atlanta, we can just look and see what we have. And editors could even do it from their laptop while they're editing whatever piece, or the producers can.
Working with Object Matrix has been phenomenal. Right from the start, and even prior to signing an agreement and deciding to fully go with them and implement their solution to our place was great. They came and visited. We visited with them at NAB, and they really were there just to listen and try and give their solution and what they thought would best fit us. I never felt like I was being oversold. I never felt like this wasn't a good deal, or that they weren't looking at what's our best interest, not necessarily what is their best interest. So that's been, the experience we've had with them so far, and it's continued that way. Their customer support, their timeliness to respond to tickets or issues is phenomenal.
They have excellent tech support, which I use which I'm a big fan of, and I use as often as I can. Even with the time difference, they get back to me so quickly, and then follow up to make sure that there aren't any issues, or help me, run any kind of other diagnostics test I might need to do. Their customer support is also really great too. Mark and Nick have been awesome. I loved how they when they did an update, they made sure that all their they just did an update recently, and they made sure all their customers was informed and did a big webinar. And then like I couldn't make that, and they took the time to do like a one-on-one with me, which I thought was awesome. The user interface of the Matrix store and Vision itself is very friendly, user-friendly, and easy to use. It's easier for me to show other people how to use it. And there are, with so many applications that come with the Object Matrix, there's a lot of flexible workflow options. Some that they probably don't even advertise. So I just really enjoy it.
Once we've brought them into play, to be honest, like I could only say that it's their level of customer service that puts them, in my opinion, at the top of the list when it comes to these types of solutions. They are very quick to respond. They are very solution orientated, and they just seriously take care of the customer like no other vendor we've had in the past.
All the functions work as promised, and if anything has exceeded it. I don't think that we realize like how much attention and support we are going to get from both tech and the customer service side, which has been great. Because especially now things have been crazy, and we are looking for, kind of scrambling to get things done that we probably should have done a year ago. And they're right there to make sure we can do it seamlessly.
My advice to anyone looking to work with Object Matrix is if you're already at that point of looking at it, then just, quickly move forward on that path, because there is, in my opinion at this point, no other company that I've been introduced to or that I would look to for this kind of solution. Their staff all the way, down the road is phenomenal. And again, like the quality of service that you get and the timeliness of responses is exactly what you want from every one of your vendors. And those guys just get it. That whole entire team gets it. They know how to treat the customer, and they take care of the customer better than anybody I've dealt with.